Welcome back to the Gold IRA Blueprint podcast. Today, we're going on a deep dive into a topic that's particularly relevant for American retirees like you. Gold coins that are approved for inclusion in a gold IRA.
That's right.
This is all about empowering you to make informed decisions about your retirement savings.
We'll be exploring the IRS regulations, examining some popular choices, and even discussing what to look for in a reputable gold IRA company.
And speaking of finding the right company, if you're looking for a little extra guidance, don't forget to grab our free checklist at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive. It's packed with tips to help you select a gold IRA company that's trustworthy and aligns with your needs.
Now, before we jump into the specifics of approved coins, let's take a step back and talk about why a gold IRA might be a valuable addition to your retirement portfolio.
Okay, so back to basics for a moment. Why should someone consider a gold IRA? Isn't a traditional IRA enough?
Well, a gold IRA can offer some unique advantages, especially in today's economic landscape. It's all about diversification. You see, gold has historically acted as a hedge against inflation, meaning that its value tends to hold steady or even increase when the purchasing power of the dollar declines.
So it's like a safety net for your savings,
Yeah.
especially during times of economic uncertainty.
Exactly. Adding gold to your IRA can potentially help protect your hard-earned savings from the ups and downs of the stock market and provide a sense of stability.
That makes a lot of sense, especially for retirees who are living on a fixed income and need to protect their nest egg. But let's get to the heart of the matter. What makes a gold coin eligible for a gold IRA? It's not like you can just toss any old gold coin into your retirement account.
You're absolutely right. The IRS has very specific criteria for gold coins that qualify for inclusion in a gold IRA. These rules are in place to ensure that you're investing in high-quality gold that meets certain standards.
Okay, so walk us through those standards. What exactly is the IRS looking for?
First and foremost, purity is paramount. We're talking a minimum of 99.5% gold content. This guarantees you're dealing with gold that holds its value and meets the IRS's stringent requirements.
So no fool's gold allowed. It has to be the real deal. And the IRS wants to make sure of that. What else?
The next crucial factor is the source. To ensure authenticity and quality, the IRS mandates that these coins must be minted by a national government or an approved refiner. These institutions have the expertise and credibility to guarantee the coin's weight, purity, and overall quality.
It's almost like getting a seal of approval from the gold world's governing body, right?
That's a great way to put it. And finally, there are specific weight and quality standards. Most IRA-approved coins weigh 1 ounce and must be in uncirculated condition.
Hold on. What does uncirculated mean exactly? I'm picturing a coin that's never been used, like it's straight out of the mint.
You're on the right track. Uncirculated means the coin hasn't been used in everyday transactions and is free from wear and tear. It retains its original mint luster and sharpness of detail, which helps maintain its market value.
So no digging through your old coin collection for this one. Got it. Now, I know there are a lot of different gold coins out there, but only a select few meet these IRS requirements.
That's right. The IRS maintains a list of approved coins, and we'll be taking a closer look at some of the most popular choices in a moment.
All right, let's get to the main event. The coins themselves. What are some of the most popular choices for gold IRAs?
Well, you could think of it as a hall of fame of gold coins. Each one has its own unique characteristics and appeals to investors for different reasons.
Okay, so let's meet these gold all-stars. Where do we begin?
Let's start with a classic, the American Gold Eagle. Introduced in 1986, it quickly gained popularity and remains one of the most sought-after gold coins for IRAs.
I've definitely heard of the Gold Eagle. What makes it so special?
Well, for starters, its design is iconic. It features a majestic bald eagle on one side, a symbol of American strength and freedom, and Lady Liberty on the other.
Patriotic and beautiful. I can see the appeal. But what about its gold content? I remember you mentioned the IRS has strict purity standards.
Right. The American Gold Eagle is actually 91.67% gold. The remaining composition is a blend of silver and copper, which is added for durability.
Interesting. So it's not pure gold, but it still meets the IRS requirements.
Exactly. And there's another key factor that contributes to its popularity. It's backed by the U.S. government. This provides an extra layer of security and liquidity for investors.
That makes sense. It's like having the full faith and credit of the United States behind your investment. Okay, what about something a little more international? Are there any popular coins from other countries?
Absolutely. The Canadian gold maple leaf is another favorite among gold IRA investors.
I've heard of that one too. What makes it stand out?
Well, purity is its claim to fame. The Canadian gold maple leaf boasts an impressive 99.99% gold content, making it one of the purest gold coins available.
Wow, that's incredibly pure. And what about its design?
As you might expect, it features the iconic maple leaf, a symbol of Canada's natural beauty. On the other side, you'll find the image of Queen Elizabeth II.
A touch of royalty and nature. A nice combination. Okay, let's bring it back to the U.S. Are there any other American coins that are popular for gold IRAs?
Certainly. The American gold buffalo coin is a unique choice.
What makes it unique?
Well, it's the first 24-karat gold coin produced by the U.S. Mint, making it exceptionally pure.
So pure American gold. I like the sound of that. What about its design? Is it as striking as the gold eagle?
It's definitely memorable. It features the iconic American bison, often called a buffalo, in a design originally created by James Earl Fraser for the 1913 Buffalo nickel. It's a powerful image that captures the spirit of the American West.
History, nature, and pure gold all in one coin. I'm starting to understand why people find these so fascinating. Okay, we've talked about American and Canadian options. What about something from Europe?
Let's finish our world tour of gold coins with a stop in Austria for the Gold Philharmonic. Minted since 1989, it's become a popular choice for investors worldwide.
I'm not as familiar with that one. Tell me more.
Well, its design is a tribute to Austria's rich musical heritage. It features instruments from the Vienna Philharmonic Orchestra, a world-renowned ensemble.
So it's a coin for music lovers.
Yeah.
What about its purity and gold content? Does it measure up to the others?
Absolutely. Like the Canadian maple leaf, it boasts 99.99% purity, meeting the highest standards for gold IRA inclusion.
Okay, so we've got a diverse lineup here. American icons, Canadian nature, Austrian music, and all made with high purity gold. I can see how collecting these could become addictive, even beyond the investment aspect. But let's step back into the practicalities for a moment. We've talked about the coins, but what about the process of actually getting them into a gold IRA?
That's where choosing the right gold IRA company comes in. It's not as simple as walking into a coin shop and buying what you like. There are specific regulations and procedures involved in setting up and managing a gold IRA.
Right. It's not your typical retirement account.
Yeah.
So what should someone look for in a gold IRA company? What are the key factors to consider?
Well, first and foremost, you want a company with a solid reputation and a track record of expertise in precious metals IRAs. They should be able to guide you through the entire process, from setup to selecting the right coins and ensuring everything is IRS compliant.
So expertise and experience are crucial.
Yeah.
What else?
Transparency is another important factor. You want a company that is upfront about its fees, storage options, and overall processes.
That makes sense. No one wants hidden surprises when it comes to their retirement savings. What about customer service? Is that something to consider?
Absolutely. You want a company that is responsive to your needs, provides clear communication, and is there to answer your questions throughout your gold IRA journey.
It sounds like we're talking about more than just buying and selling coins. It's about building a relationship with a company that you can trust with your retirement future.
You're exactly right. A gold IRA is a long-term investment, so choosing a company that you feel comfortable with and that aligns with your values is essential.
And speaking of finding the right company, I want to remind our listeners about the free checklist we offer at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive. It's packed with helpful tips to guide you through the process of selecting a gold IRA company.
It's a great resource, especially if you're feeling overwhelmed by all the options out there.
Now, I know we've covered a lot of ground, but I bet our listeners still have some questions. Let's shift gears and tackle some of the most common ones we hear about gold IRAs.
Let's do it. I'm always happy to delve into the details and provide clarity. What are people curious about?
Okay, so let's dive into those common questions. I imagine a lot of people are wondering about the benefits of investing in these specific IRA-approved gold coins. Aside from the shiny factor, what are the real advantages?
Well, we've touched on a few already, but let's explore them in a bit more detail. First and foremost, diversification. It's a fundamental principle of investing. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Right. Spread the risk. We heard that one before. But how does that apply to gold coins in an IRA?
Think of it this way. A traditional IRA often focuses on stocks and bonds. Adding gold to the mix brings a different asset class into play. Gold's value doesn't always move in tandem with the stock market, so it can act as a buffer during times of volatility.
So if the stock market takes a dip, gold might hold steady or even increase in value, helping to offset potential losses.
That's the idea. It's about creating a more balanced portfolio that can weather different economic storms. And this brings us to another benefit: inflation protection.
Right. We talked about gold being a hedge against inflation earlier. But for our listeners who might not be familiar with that concept, Can you explain why that's important, especially for retirees?
Of course, inflation is essentially a decrease in the purchasing power of money. In simpler terms, things get more expensive over time. For retirees living on a fixed income, this can be a real problem.
It means their savings don't stretch as far as they used to.
Exactly. But gold has historically held its value during periods of inflation. In some cases, it's even increased in value as the dollar weakens.
So it's like a safe haven for your savings, helping to preserve their purchasing power even when everything else seems to be getting more expensive. That's peace of mind for retirees.
Precisely. And let's not forget about the tax benefits. A gold IRA enjoys the same tax advantages as a traditional IRA. Your investments grow tax-deferred, and you only pay taxes when you withdraw funds during retirement.
Ah, yes, the sweet sound of tax savings, always a welcome benefit. Okay, so diversification, inflation hedge, and tax advantages. Those are some pretty compelling reasons to consider adding gold to an IRA. What other questions are on people's minds?
Another common question we get is, can I add IRA-approved gold coins to an existing IRA?
I'm guessing the answer is yes, but I'm sure there's a process involved.
You're right. You can absolutely add gold to an existing IRA, or even create a new IRA specifically for precious metals. But here's the key. You'll need to work with a qualified custodian.
Oh, I remember you mentioning custodians earlier, but remind us again what their role is. Why are they so important in this process?
A custodian is a financial institution that holds and manages your IRA assets. They ensure that everything is compliant with IRS regulations, handle the buying and selling of assets, and provide secure storage for your precious metals.
So they're like the guardians of your gold IRA, making sure everything is done by the book.
That's a great way to put it. Choosing a reputable and trustworthy custodian is essential. That's why it's so important to do your research and select a company that has a proven track record and aligns with your needs.
And to help with that research, our listeners can download that free checklist we've been talking about at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive. It's a handy tool for comparing different gold IRA companies and making sure you're making an informed decision. What other questions do people typically have?
Well, a lot of people want to know if there's a minimum investment requirement for a gold IRA.
That's a good question. I imagine it varies depending on the company and the type of coins you're interested in.
You're right. The minimum investment can fluctuate based on the custodian you choose and the specific coins you want to purchase. Some custodians might have higher minimums, while others offer more flexible options to make investing in gold accessible to a wider range of individuals.
So it's best to check with the specific company you're considering to see what their minimum investment requirements are.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to shop around and compare different options to find the best fit for your financial situation and investment goals.
All right, so we've covered some key questions about gold IRAs, the benefits, adding gold to an existing IRA, the role of a custodian, and minimum investment requirements. But beyond the technicalities, I think it's important to address the emotional aspect of investing in gold.
I agree. There's a certain allure to gold that goes beyond its monetary value.
Right. These coins are tangible pieces of history, art, and craftsmanship. Holding a gold coin in your hand, you can feel its weight, admire its intricate design, and connect with a sense of tradition that spans centuries.
It's a fascinating juxtaposition. On one hand, gold is a practical investment, a hedge against economic uncertainty. But on the other hand, it's a symbol of enduring value, a connection to the past, and a source of beauty and fascination.
And that brings us to a question I like to ask as we wrap up our deep dives. We've talked about these coins as investments, but they're also much more than that. If you could own a piece of history in the form of a gold coin, which one would you choose and why?
That's a great question. It's like asking someone to choose their favorite work of art. There's so much to consider. The historical significance, the design aesthetics, the personal connection.
Would you be drawn to the majestic American gold eagle, a symbol of strength and freedom? Or the pristine Canadian gold maple leaf, a reminder of nature's beauty and resilience?
Perhaps the iconic American gold buffalo would resonate with you, a tribute to American history and the spirit of the West. Or maybe you'd opt for the elegant Austrian gold Philharmonic, a testament to the enduring power of music and art.
The choice is yours. But the beauty of a gold IRA is that you can diversify your holdings and own a collection of these remarkable coins, each with its own story to tell.
And remember, a gold IRA isn't just about numbers and financial strategies. It's also about owning something tangible, something that connects you to history, and something that can potentially provide peace of mind for your future.
So as you embark on your gold IRA journey, take the time to appreciate the beauty and stories behind these coins. Do your research. Choose a reputable company. And don't forget to download our free checklist at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive to guide you through the process.
Until next time, happy investing, and may your golden years truly